All right, y'all. This is the 10-second countdown just to make sure everything's included in the stream. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the third part of the three messages that God gave to me. Um, and this is just all happenstance. This is not something that I sat and thought about. It just happened. So the first message was the bottom line, and the Bible verse related to that was the one about, casting the mote out of your own eye. And we don't know sometimes what other people do to bring us whatever they bring us. And I thought back about the person that was mentoring me, and she brought me that stuff. And at first, I was so super excited about it. I was like, wow, that person actually came out here. Then I saw, and that was the first part of it. I was excited. Then the second part I felt was sadness because I saw that she was in pain, you know, or, everything went perfect like I thought. And then the third part of it was, I really didn't get the best. And not only that, everything was kind of picked through. And she acknowledged that, she said it, and that she's actually told them to do this. They had a lot of whatever, but what happened was they took all the stuff out of my box that was in my box. But I was so elated that the person even came that I didn't think about it that way. So the first message was, the bottom line, and that message was in my, passionate high of, yo, this person even actually came. The second message came when I came outside to check on some things, and the environment here is like really quiet, dead quiet. Like there's nothing going on, like absolutely dead. But there is going on because I've had stuff happen over the past couple of days. It was kind of weird. But I walked outside, and I walked around the block to check things out. And on my way back, there was this guy, a big beefy guy. I didn't really look. I saw that he was there, but part of me was halfway scared because I didn't really want to be outside. Like I said, I really wasn't dressed appropriately. I didn't have any undergarments on, and slinky dress, just something to throw on so I could walk around the corner, and disheveled, right? And so I was a little bit scared because I was just like, oh my gosh. Um, but he saw me. He was just like, "What are you, looking? Why are you looking at me like that? I seen you before, whatever. I hadn't seen him before. Really beefy looking guy." And the message behind that was that um, and the reason I looked at him like that, because typically I wouldn't have, is because again that guy trying to solicit me or whatever. And I'm just like, you know. And then, like I said, recently I had some weird stuff. That girl coming over looking for her man. Then the other, last night there was some rustling going on over here, and then I heard footsteps running away. Um, but, um, but the second message God had to me about that was, making sure that I'm not being influenced by, um, making sure that I'm pure in my heart about my interactions with others. And I just didn't want to be out there. But also being mindful not to be scared of everybody, but also to be aware. The third message I got was, probably over the past hour or two, um, I've been thinking about how, I want to be the provider versus, I mean, they really picked up with all my stuff, like literally, and based on what she was saying, she was surprised too because she wouldn't look to the back seat to look at the box. And she said, oh, she had fish or whatever. I don't know. Like I said, people do lie. But, and then when I actually tallied and saw what was actually in the box after I started trying to prepare something from it, I realized I really didn't get anything. I literally got a carton of school milk. The peppers, those are really good. And then the peppers, the grapes, and that was really, and then there was like a pound cake that was sweaty, like it was, you know, got to beware of that. But and there was some type of meat. I don't think it was beef. I thought it was initially because it looked like burgers, but it's not. Um, so I don't know. and then I think she knew, you know, that it wasn't the best or whatever. But, you know, there was two ways that I could feel about it. Was one, you know, why, like why, you know. The second part is that, if I want to be the source, I got to work hard to be the source, And like I said, even if, like I said, I'm starting slow, even if it's just me, like I said, that's the first person I want to to assist is that girl, um, that Caucasian lady. I can't stop thinking about her because, I understood what she went through, and even if it's just, me being able to prepare something, but like I said, I have a long way to go. But, even if it's just one person, you know, now if I had a bunch of other people and cooking and all that, that would be great. But if it's just me and I help at least one person, just one, that would be good. If I'm somehow beneficial to one person, that would be good. And then also, I can't be hard on myself because just like I was so proud that she came over here and whatever, you know, that lady that was asking if her man was over here at 11 o'clock at night, I did the same thing that my mentor did. I walked over to this woman's house with my rolling cart with food in it to bring her food. And I handpicked everything to make sure, and I sent her pictures of what I was sending her, and I handpicked everything to make sure that, these were things that she wanted, you know. And I didn't get any any thankfulness or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I could put myself in the shoes, and this is God's putting me into a learning or a training ground right now. And I didn't time myself, so it's probably past 10 minutes now. But God's putting me to a learning. That's okay. I don't have to put everything on TikTok. Um, into a learning or training ground right now, and the training is that you're not always going to be appreciated. Just like I'm sure this woman, she bought the stuff from her heart or whatever, and like I said, I saw that she was hurting or whatever, and but I still look at it and I'm like, yo, they picked all through it, and I wouldn't notice it until she said it, and she didn't have to say it, so that tells me a lot, you know what I mean? um but and I can't down myself because I'm looking at her like, wow, she went out of her way. I've done that too, and I don't have any accolades behind it or anything like that, but I have. I've gone out of my way because it's truly in my heart to do that. So I can't down myself and be like, oh, this, that, and the other. But I do need to come up from the bootstraps, and that's the message that, this is. I said there's three messages, but this is message zero, like the ground zero message that she gave, that God gave her to give to me. I think really is that I got to do it on my own, and I can do it. I can. I just have to. I really want to help people. I really, because I know what it's like. I know, like I said, I know what it's like. You know, so I want to be a benefit or use to someone. And yeah, the first thing is to start with me. I did do some things for myself yesterday. I posted my completed things to do list. Did I complete everything? No, because that table, I should have worked on that, but I was so overwhelmed by her even coming that I didn't, and it didn't take nothing except for me to go through this container and go through the clothes that I had on there. But just wanted to share that message that God had for me, not for anybody else, but for me, that, you know, that I want the very best. In order to get the very best, I have to be the one that provides, you know. Or to be the one that provides, I have to let God provide through me. So I have to be obedient to God, in the way that I conduct myself, my place, and the way that I disseminate my information, because I share a lot, and some of that needs to be between me and God, and that's the thing that she was saying, when you're show me I'm asking the wrong people, I need to pray to God and let God and my hard work do it. That's what it's going to be. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Love you. Bye.